We got birds chirping, and we got me walking after I just had like a pretty long conversation with one of my old friends. Okay. And my buddy, when I say old friend, talking about somebody who I've known, man, since I was 12 years old, I guess it's got to be right around 12. And somebody I spent a large portion of my life with. Not only did we go to high school together and play sports together, and obviously spent a lot of time together, but we went to college together, and we were roommates together, both in the dorms and even for a period outside of the dorms. We went through a lot together. Okay. And he ended up kind of going the route of a lot of my friends where they became teachers. And his father was a coach, a gym teacher, and his mother, same thing, in the school system. So it was kind of his path, and even his sister is a teacher. And you see a lot of this stuff. So he's in Florida, okay? Now, being in Florida, oh man, we're gonna go one more down, aren't we? Yeah. Being in Florida, he hasn't experienced the type of lockdowns or restrictions that others, say, in New York have. But he's been paying attention to a lot of my posts and just kind of going in and out. So he wanted to know how I felt after he's already taken the first shot. All right, now he's got a family, you know, I mean, a rather large family. Like I said, his dad, his mom, and his sister, they're all in New York. His sister has a family, another person I grew up with, you know, and obviously I care about these people. So he asked me, he said, look, I got the first shot. What are your thoughts on it? So I sent him some stuff that we've discussed here. I don't want to get too far into it because we all know we get taken down at any minute for medical misinformation. But I gave him my advice, and then I told him about all these different passports. He's like, look, you know, I gotta admit to you, you know, I feel okay, but I've also, you know, flown like 4 or 5 times since March of last year during this whole thing. And he's like, I want to fly. So even he understands, just like that woman who we saw in the video. Now, in the last 2 videos I played, the carrot on a stick, the treating you like a pet, right? The telling you we can't let them have their freedoms or they won't get it. Wow. Just laying the agenda right out. It's not incentivizing. It's the total takeover. And that's what I kept telling him. I go, dude, you're in a good state. I go, I just gave DeSantis props. I go, none of these people are perfect. But my God, listen, DeSantis is a vet. I'm sure he's somebody that kind of bought in to this war on terror garbage. But, you know, people ask me for solutions all the time. One of the solutions is you've got to expose that lie to those people too. And realize this isn't new. This infrastructure has been built. It's now being turned on American citizens because that infrastructure is going to be more and more automated. And the people have been more and more dumbed down, subservient, brainwashed, and made to chirp and parrot the most dangerous of talking points perpetrated by the media military industrial complex. And so I'm sending my boy link after link after link, and I explain to him, I go, dude, you go get that second shot, but chances are they're going to ask you for a third and a fourth. And then I sent him the Bloomberg article that we just kind of slightly covered, right? Just kind of slightly covered today, where it said, get ready for permanent pandemic lockdown. You're like, what? Permanent yes. And then I said, you know, you have all these reports saying we need it for the environment, these pandemic lockdowns every 2 years. I showed him that. He's like, my God. He's like, why do you have all this info? I go, because I'm looking, because I'm paying attention. Because I understand when a guy like Klaus Schwab writes a book, and he's a Davos dude, and it says COVID-19, the Great Reset on it, and Time Magazine not only dedicates a cover to its agenda, but also dedicates a whole webpage to it. I can read in between the lines. You know, man, so it's hard because I say to him, I go, look, man, New York's not coming back. And I explained to him the Excelsior pass for what's happening in New York. And we just did the well health sticker and all that other nonsense, right? I go, don't you understand, man? I go, because he thought that these passports are going to be able to be faked. No, they're going to give you a paper one at first. Okay, they're going to let you have that at first for little things. But anything big, you're also going to have to have it associated with a QR code, okay, and your app on your phone. That's the reality. That's the reality. And Naomi Wolf is nailing it. Okay? Nailing it. Naomi Wolf knows what's up, understands that these digital passports, her words, she says she cannot overstate this. This will be the end of freedom in the West. The end of freedom in the West. So, you know, my boy, he keeps going on. He goes, well, I'm glad I'm here because, you know, they don't put masks on to go to restaurants. It's like where I am here. You know, he's like, some people do, but like in large part, no, it's not a thing here. And I go, well, that's not the rest of the country. And I had to explain to him how New York still was. And you got to understand this wellness pass that they're putting out there, right? This sticker is going to come with all sorts of regulations and rules and all sorts of monetary restrictions that will put small businesses out because they can't spend $50,000 or $100,000 to get the air filtration system they need to get that stupid pass on there. So, I mean, here's another solution. You see that sticker, not only do you not go into that business, but you give that business owner at least a digital tongue lashing. All right, get online and say, we won't stand for this. Wellness pass. What? Because I keep trying to explain this to people. Even Joe Biden, Zombie Joe, okay? When he first came out of that basement, running against Trump, that first time, I remember we sat through that entire painful press conference, why it was important. He said, we're going to hire 100,000 contact tracers. For what? For what? For COVID and other diseases. That means they're not going away. That means they are the new brown shirt. We showed you the article trying to sympathize with these people and then legitimize them, these contact tracers, with no history in either law enforcement or any medical profession, diagnose you, judge you, and then enforce that judgment. And these are people that just need jobs and that have no training. Come on now. So when I saw the contact tracer thing and I saw it expanding, I was warning people then. Then you have Joe Biden saying that he wants a DARPA-like initiative to end cancer and other diseases. Do you believe that? Do you think that these people want to end diseases for humanity? Is that a reality to you? Would that be beneficial to these same people that are calling for population control, that are saying we already suffer from too much? Think about that. Think about how inverted that is, a DARPA-like program. Listen, they are softening you up. They are getting you ready for total medical martial law, a total takeover. And if your governor is not getting ready to do exactly what DeSantis just did, you might be in trouble. You better be out in the street right now. You better be organizing right now. Right now. Not tomorrow. Today, you might want to make a phone call. Today. Seriously. You might want to show those people that CNN video where Chris Cuomo, you know, the brother of Andy Capo Cuomo, confirmed, you know, multi-millionaire, best-selling author, and Emmy Award winner, Andrew Cuomo. Yeah, that guy. You know, talking about how, like, this is about your freedom. That's it. This is about telling you what you can and cannot do based on medical dictates that have no basis in a scientific reality that we've lived our entire lives in this country. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. It's over the top. Over the top. Oh, so guys, as we continue to walk, I can only tell you to have these conversations with your friends and family. And I want to thank him for reaching out. You know, I miss the bastard. I don't think I've seen him. Man, I think the last time I saw him was at my buddy Matt's. And I think the time I saw him before that was at his... Man, I was at your first wedding. I don't think I was at your second wedding, Jeff. Pretty sure it was just the first wedding. So we're talking years and years and years ago. But again, I think states like Florida are going to flourish in this environment. I think that states like Iowa, where I'm at, are going to flourish in situations like this. I think South Dakota is going to flourish in situations like this. And I think more and more, you're going to have, you know, governors step in, step up, speak out. And it doesn't matter. Listen, the first Democratic governor that does the right thing and says no to these passports, okay, no to these lockdowns, is going to be a hero. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Are you really part of this uniparty takeover that's so outward? I know a lot of you are super corrupt, probably done some real bad things, probably even worse than Matt Gaetz right now, right? And a lot of people are asking me why I'm not covering that, because I want to see what's going on. I imagine what's going on with Gaetz, and I could be wrong, who knows? You know, if they were targeting underage girls, you know I'm going to be the first one to start speaking out about that. But I think that those guys had a penchant for banging, you know, 18 to 25-year-old hookers all over the place. Sugar daddy girls, whatever, OnlyFans girls. And I think that, you know, the powers that be or somebody either wanted to set them up or knew that, you know, one of these girls was underage and exploited it. Now, again, if he was targeting underage girls, I want to know more. But that's why, you know, again, it never really shocked me nor it surprised me when it came out that Trump was, you know, banging Stormy Daniels while eating Big Macs, right? Like, the sky is also blue. And that was another, you know, that, and again, we got to get past our biases and our denials and all that stuff right now, because I was saying stuff like that, and, you know, the true hardcore MAGA heads were like, she's a liar, they didn't do, come on now. I'm not saying she's not a liar, she's lied about plenty. Certainly not about that. You know, certainly not about that. So that's the reality of the situation. So guys, here's what I need you to do. I need you to thumbs this video up, subscribe and share. I need you to share the last video, but you might want to share the Rockfin link. Make that free Rockfin account right now. Go over there. I think there's an extra 15 or 20 minutes of really important information. I started to get a little too heated on YouTube, I felt, towards the end of that video, watching the Lady Gaga and the Jennifer Lopez and the Michael B. Jordan, etc. propaganda. It was tough. It was tough. But we rolled through it. So I just want to say, guys, you know how to support me. Become a premium member at Rockfin. The other links are down below. The GoFund, or I think it's the Go Get Funding is still there, but no one's donated in a while. And honestly, I haven't been pushing it because I want to get out of that mess. I want to figure something else out. I still want to expand. I'm looking at properties. And I'm looking to flourish with free speech in a state that's going to fight back. So Kim Reynolds, better be ready to fight back. Thumb it up on the way out, guys. Rockfin, Rockfin, Rockfin. Love you. See you on the flip side.